All right, let's move on. Jeez, Seth Rollins and LA Knight. And this, I mean, we'll talk about the match first, but I'm sure everybody's heard what happened. But again, these two guys can work and they're over. And you got a baby face, you got a heel, and it's one-on-one. And they start cooking at a little good pace and they go to break in 2 minutes. Okay, when they come back 3 minutes later, they're at a stationary body scissors by Seth Rollins. And within a minute, LA Knight's making his comeback, hits his elbow off the top. And then they start going into shit. Seth goes to the top and LA Knight's going to do his leap up and suplex or whatever, superplex. But Seth slipped under him and buckle bombed him. And then as he's in the middle of the ring, Seth does a springboard swanton across him, boom, and then rolls up and jumps up on the ropes to do a springboard moonsault. But LA Knight moves and Seth is going to land on his feet to do whatever. Now they're doing the flying Walendas. And Seth lands on his feet and blows his fucking knee, his right knee. So, and immediately he's like, I'm fucked. And he rolls over in the corner and they showed a replay and you see Paul's face with his standard grin on his face to when he sees Seth land and buckle and roll over and he's yelling. He's like, oh. And they had a conference in the corner with Paul and the referee, and the doctor comes over, and Seth was doing most of the talking. And then he pulled himself up to his feet and took one step on his good leg toward LA Knight so LA Knight could kick him and hit the BFT 1, 2, 3. And LA Knight gets his hands up, but you could tell he's not pissed. I don't think it's Seth, but he's like, oh, fuck, what's happened here? And yet they never shot Seth again on camera because they were having to help him out. So they went short. I don't know how long they were going to go, but probably the best match we were going to see in this show did not really take place.
I've seen a few replays now going around. A lot of fans have isolated different parts of the footage. It appears that he jacked up his knee the first time when he did the rolling tumble salt.
Well, I saw that clip too, and I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think he was off balance. He wasn't perfect, and I'm willing to be corrected if Seth Rollins comes out and from his own lips says, oh, I fucked it up on the first one. But otherwise, he was rolling. He came up, instead of rolling straight to his feet, he was rolling a little sideways. So he bobbled to get back up on both feet, but it didn't look like anything that would have traumatized his knee. And he didn't flinch or, do anything more than grab the rope and get his balance to jump up. It wasn't like, oh, should I do this? But when he did that, when he landed on the moonsault, he just landed with a lot of velocity. And even though his knee was bent, he's had knee issues. And that kind of impact, if he's got and had knee issues before, it didn't look like something that would just have completely blown his ACL out, but it could have gone the other way. It could have been the PCL. From a PCL is more when you have a hyperextension or something, or slippage in the knee joint rather than a clippage from the side. Did he just come down with too much weight and too much velocity on something that he's been, did he do therapy for a WrestleMania last year? He rolled in the ring and his leg was flopping around.
His leg was done last year, and then he was out for a long time rehabbing that.
Okay, so it don't take being hit by a steamroller. And I saw some people and it's a work. Well, you're a fucking idiot.
See, that's the thing. I think if you watch the show, it's easy to think that because the commentators right before it happened were talking about his bad knee on Monday. And then all of a sudden the knee injury happens. And, I think this is one of the problems with like the Michael Cole style of commentary. When you're constantly all year round screaming at everyone in a really fake manner about all these great things you can buy, just nonstop all year round. Nothing seems genuine.
Yeah.
When there is something genuine, you don't believe them. And that was my first thought too. Like the way the commentary is talking about this. Wade Barrett sounded like he knew right away because you almost hear, no. You hear it in the back, oh no. And I think it was ACL. I think it was absolutely his ACL.
Well, first of all, with Wade Barrett, he's a wrestler and he knows. And he also knows there's no goddamn way in the world that they would have done this if it was a work to completely bring a halt to the match, pretty much expose that, again, there didn't used to be injury timeouts until there started being so many real injuries. So if the guy can't get up, the referee can count him out or the guy can pin him. But when you stop something like that, and then you see the obvious what's going on and there's nothing happening because they're making shit up, and then he takes one step and walks into the guy's finish and protects his leg while taking a move that doesn't have anything to do with his leg, he's fucking hurt. And it would be a stupid, stupid way to work something.
And let me ask you about that. As a promoter, as a booker, was that the right decision? Seth Rollins realizing he's hurt, very short relatively, although it's on TV, so it seems like a long time, conference with Heyman and the referee, and then he gets up and walks into a finish that he may not have taken if he hadn't gotten hurt.
Well, yeah, no, that wasn't going to be the finish, and that's the thing is, that's why I said Seth was doing a lot of the talking. If Paul wasn't saying a lot. Paul kind of had that, his face just kind of freezes in moments where it's like, what's happening? You can't really tell what's going on with him. It's probably served him well. And the referee was just, clicking her IFB apparatus to communicate or hear back and forth or whatever. Seth, that's the thing. If a guy was knocked out, goofy and had a concussion and said, I can't, let's do something. I got to go. You can figure out a way to small package yourself. And so Seth had to realize, because he's had a history of knee injuries, he knows what they feel like. He didn't just think, I've sprained my ankle. Because elsewise, he might have tried to figure out a way to small package fucking LA Knight with one leg. But he had to realize, oh shit, this is not good. I'm fucked. You know what? Fuck it. You beat me. Because I'm gonna be gone for a while. Just fucking take it. Why not?
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Do you think that's the right decision?
Yes. To make the best of a bad situation, and the people knew that there was something wrong, and LA Knight's reaction to winning kind of, because he just got out of the ring and got the fuck out of there. That kind of drove it home. I'm not saying he was acting unprofessionally. Everybody was disappointed, upset, whatever. But at least he got a win over a name that, to make the best out of this match that couldn't go on any other way. Because Seth ain't going to give him the stomp in that condition. And then sometimes guys, well, didn't old Mercedes moan? She lost a match in Japan when she realized she was fucked up. Maybe that's what they should have been doing beforehand, was trying to hurt her to get her to do a job. Seth realized, I'm going to be out for a while. Fuck it. Right. And who's going to argue with him at that point? I don't know if that came from the back as much as Seth just said, let's just get the fuck out of here and do this. But That's the problem is everybody knows now it's a work, but also the companies tell them because it used to a guy would just roll out on the floor and the other guy would fucking, keep making the referee or keep breaking the referee's count to give the guy a chance. But now everybody's got a IFB microphone, a doctor comes, there's this big goddamn conference, and the other guy's just left over there going, what the fuck? I'll stand here until somebody tells me what to do. So it's more obvious. This has always happened, but it's more obvious now, is what I'm saying to you.